The 7A's. When you are caring for someone with dementia, it is important to remember that the disease affects the person's memory, language, problem solving, and self-awareness. Often their reality and experience of the world around them is not the same as yours due to the changes in cognition. It is important to remember that their reality is as real to them as yours is to you. The 7A's provide a tool to help us to understand the losses of dementia and are intended to help us better understand the meaning of behavior. Anosognosia, no knowledge of their illness or disease. In the resident's mind, they are not sick and do not require help. Their insight is impaired, and they are acting on the information provided to them by their brain. Their brain may be providing them with information from the past, when they were independent and able to take care of themselves. They are acting upon this information as if it's happening in the present. For example, they may become angry with caregivers trying to provide care, not appreciating they need assistance. Amnesia, loss of memory. Memory is lost in reverse, meaning the last thing learned will be the first thing lost. This is why people with dementia can struggle to remember what happened this morning, but have no trouble remembering information from many years ago. So while people with dementia can no longer consciously learn, they can unconsciously learn by doing the same things every day. This reinforces the importance of a routine. For example, you can lay down a memory trail by performing oral care after meals. Aphasia, loss of language. People with dementia can sometimes struggle with the expression of language, or comprehending what is being said to them and processing verbal instructions. They may forget words or have difficulty expressing their needs. It is important to be in tune with body language cues and to be patient as they try to express themselves. For example, speak slowly to the person when engaging them in the task of performing oral care, and provide visual cues, like a toothbrush, to indicate what is about to take place. Agnosia, loss of recognition of people, objects, and sounds. Even though you may provide care to a resident every day, they may not remember who you are. Mirrors may be distressing for these residents, as they may not recognize themselves. It is important to introduce yourself each time you interact with them and tell them what you are there to do. The resident may also struggle to recognize common objects, such as a toothbrush. In this case, it is important to put yourself and the object into context. For example, performing mouth care in the bathroom and running the water. Apraxia, loss of purposeful movement. People with dementia often lose the ability to plan, sequence, and execute multiple steps of a task. Think about all the steps involved in brushing your teeth. A person experiencing apraxia may require simple instructions to break down each step involved in brushing their teeth. You may have to demonstrate each step in brushing your teeth. Don't assume that they can remember to do it at all or place it in the right sequence. Altered perception. People with altered perception are no longer able to see the world in 3D. Depth perception is altered, resulting in changes in the way a person moves about their environment. For example, clothing on a chair is perceived to be a person, or a mat on the floor is perceived to be a hole. The resident may also ignore their peripheral vision field and focus on what is in front of them. They may startle easily when approached from behind or from the side. Apathy, loss of initiation. Residents experiencing apathy may no longer have the ability to initiate conversation or involvement in activities, but will do so if someone tries to engage him or her. Keep this in mind when attempting to provide oral care. Initiate the activity of brushing the resident's teeth, and they may be able to complete the activity on their own. Changes in behavior as a result of these losses are common. It is important to take a step back, try and understand what you are seeing in the person's behavior and why the person may be behaving in this way. With this understanding, it becomes easier to develop an individualized approach for each resident in how you provide oral care.